have a monster attacking his fishing area, the Drake broodmother. So let's go down and see if we can help him. Okay, so as we do this, it's a good time to talk to you about weapons again. We just got a new weapon, let's try it out. Okay, so before I was using a staff, as an elementalist using a staff, I need to be in the back lines, calling down fire from afar. As soon as I equip daggers, I'm right up in the face of my enemy. Okay? And so it's going to completely change the way I play. And so again, I switch back and forth between staff and daggers according to the need of the situation. And each time I switch, I get a completely new set of skills to use. Alright, so this looks bad. So this is an early event in the game. Actually, it's still quite challenging though. It would be great to have more players with me. And that's what you would normally see in Guild Wars 2, is you'd have a lot of people around to participate in these events with you. Since we don't today, we'll try to take it down by using strategy. We're going to need to try to take down the broodlings first. They would be doing constant damage if we don't. And then after that, we're going to try to dodge the attacks of this brood mother. We'll use position to our advantage. Anytime she warms up an attack, we're going to dodge out of the way. Control the combat, and hopefully we'll be victorious. So the other thing about this is every event in Guild Wars 2 can scale its difficulty according to the number of players who are participating. That means if you're in the garrison and more players come in to help you, there will be more centaurs, even right in the middle of the event, in order to keep things interesting. And here you ask yourself, oh, we've got some nice loot. But here you ask yourself, there's only one Drake broodmother. How does she scale herself according to the difficulty? And the answer is she'll actually learn new skills, new abilities, and use new tactics against you as you're fighting her, depending on how many people are in the combat. So the game just always keeps things interesting for you. Alright, we're going to do a bit more combat here. You can see as the elementalist, I'm attuned to the 4 elements. Fire focuses on damage. Water element focuses on healing myself and the people around me. Okay. Okay, and I just completed my next challenge here. Okay, so I can keep participating in all the events taking place in this world. I saw bandits here a second ago burning a wheat field. I could have go helped Farmer Dia rid himself of the bandits. Okay, but since we're short on time, I'm going to take this challenge. So there's an open world, and again, I just help the people who need me in the open world. There's always things happening, and then sometimes I'll get a call to action. In this case, I just got an important letter from Logan Thackeray. He says he's been noticing the bandit attacks. He wants me to investigate. He thinks they've got a plan against the city. Okay, so I can continue my personal storyline at my leisure, right? I can participate in events in the open world as much as I want, but when I'm ready, I'll go take on the next part of my personal storyline, see what happens. This is the garrison, you'll remember. You can see it's very different now. But as we run past this garrison, we'll see what state it's in. Okay, so looks like the centaurs are back in the garrison, right? So again, players really want to control this garrison. There are all the services that they need in this garrison. And so it's really in my best interest to push forward, clear the centaurs out, push them back, far away from the garrison, go out to their home camp and actually destroy them in their home camp. Try to rid the town of Shamor of this centaur threat. And I can gather players together and do that, right? So right now, since we're short on time, I'm not going to do that. Right now, let's continue down to the next step of my personal storyline. But there are always people in the world who need my help. Okay, so we're going to head to the bandit cave. The bandit cave is actually on the other side of this lake, so this will be a good chance to show you our swimming and our underwater. Let's take a look at this. Okay. So this is an early experience. Even this is very explorable, but later on we have huge portions of the game that are entirely underwater. And so we really make underwater an important part of the game. You'll see there's no breath meter. It's not like I need to come up to the surface after a few seconds. I can move fluidly in all three dimensions. As soon as I got underwater, I switched to another weapon, my trident. So again, I have new fire skills, new water skills. Because I've leveled up, I now have unlocked lightning as another element. And I can learn new lightning skills. And these skills are all different than the ones that we had on land, because this is designed to really take advantage of the 3D nature of underwater combat. So it's a huge part of the game. 25% of the events in the game take place underwater. Okay, we've crossed the lake. Let's go on. And we'll get to the bandit cave at last. And I need to disguise myself as a bandit, and infiltrate them and see if they have a plot against the city. Let's go in.
시크릿가 그려드린 모양이군. 누구지?
새로 들어왔어. 실력 발휘 좀 해야겠는데 괜찮을 건 수 없어? 피트가 그러는데 할 일 넘친다면서?
물론이지. 이런 말 어설프게 간접거리지만 않으면 돼. 혹시 아무도 일을 안 맡기면 나한테 와. 내가 일거리를 주지.
Alright, so this is all playable at G-Star. And I encourage you all to join us at G-Star, play through this, and see what happens in the story beyond this.